Welcome to Smack Talk. My finger should be somewhere in here for the shot. Link down below as always if you want to read this on your own and to credit WWE. And I'm late because I had a terrible day yesterday. We'll get into that later. Paul Heyman informs Jey Uso of his U.S. title chance. What would have been interesting here is if he would have given him the ultimatum of, give me your answer now and you'll get a U.S. title shot. There's a few different ways this could have gone, right? Could have had Jimmy come out, hey man, you know, what about me or whatever, but he didn't. That didn't happen until the end. But the whole thing was still very like, oh wow, because like many of us, I'm sure, we're all invested in this storyline, even though Sami Zayn, of course, has been long gone now. And then Jay did his thing for a while now. Now Jimmy. It's really cool. Like I said, every week I'm on the edge of my seat, wondering what's going to happen next. What are they going to do? And it's just great fun. Santos Escobar defeats Mustafa Ali. And this was a good match. This was actually a really good match. Not that I doubted these guys could put on a good match, but together I found they just worked really well. I don't remember the last time they just wrestled one-on-one like this, but this was really good. Very much enjoyed it. And was it me? Or like in recent history, is Mustafa Ali way more jacked up than a couple of years ago? There's just something about that match. I saw him with Santos Escobar and I was like, wow, I wish I looked like that, which I do until I wake up in the morning. And LA Knight, so I got to remember now because I watched this when I was in bed on Friday. And now we're like freaking Sunday, almost afternoon. And I'm trying to remember because sometimes I'll forget certain things. Like I just noticed with LA Knight taking a close view of the action. I very much enjoyed now because I'm remembering having LA Knight on commentary. That was really cool. Really enjoyed that. Really see big things for him in the future. Now this was just like, you know, sometimes they say if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say it at all. I'm just going to go there. And it has nothing to do because they're new and I don't know who they are because Indus Shear, did I pronounce that right? Probably not. I like them a lot, but then the Viking Raiders, not so much. Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler, I do like them. I love Ronda. Alba Fire, Isla Dawn, because they're the NXT champions. They're going to do a unification match. I really hope they don't. I don't like that team. They just didn't catch me the way they were talking, walking, just the whole thing. I'm just like, oh boy. Just not invested. They're basically like the Viking Raiders for me. It's nothing personal against them. Okay? I just, you know, no, not into it. It's really as simple as that. Bayley defeats Michin to qualify for the Money in the Bank. Again, same thing with Bayley. No offense, just never gravitated to her. Michin, if that's how you pronounce her name, I like her a lot, and I love that she's with the OC, the whole thing. I just love it. It was really, really good. Now, again, from a wrestling perspective, I think Bayley, you know, belongs in there. She's a better wrestler than, let's say, Brie Bella, for example, you know. But, yeah, I mean, maybe you can let me know down below in the comment section. Sometimes there's a wrestler, a superstar, that they just don't do it for you. You see them and you're just like, whatever. It's not that you hate them. This isn't a personal attack on them. But they just don't do anything for you. They just, okay? That's what it is with me with Bayley. Now, I got something to say about this. One of my favorites of all time. Of all time. Okay? Oh boy. This was something. So, me personally, it's Flair. I mean, Ric Flair, one of my favorites of all time. And I remember the first time Charlotte ever appeared, and I was like, here we go. It's going to be, you know, Charlotte Flair, Daddy's girl, and that's it. She's going to be known for that. Right? She's not going to be able to stand on... Well, I didn't say she couldn't stand on her own, but it's going to be like, hopefully she can. Because not always will that be the case where the son, the daughter can supersede or match rather, their parents' legacy? Randy Orton did a phenomenal job. We'll see as time goes on if Dominic Mysterio can make a name for himself, apart from being known from being, Rey Mysterio's son. I just think she's great. That's it. That's the end of the story. Now to move on and get over from kissing her ass. Asuka was presented with a new championship. Very similar to how Roman Reigns had a belt presented to him. Excuse me. I'm confused as to what they're doing there because I heard some stuff on Twitter and I just don't know what's going on. There's just no better way to say it. I don't know what's going on. Is Rhea Ripley going to get a new belt? I'm just very, very much confused. Oh, and I just remembered during that match here, AJ Styles was on mic, and then Karrion Kross comes and puts him in a cross jacket. And then Scarlett. Just always... Anyways, she drives me nuts. So yeah, I don't know what's going on with it. They're not even showing a picture of Asuka in the new belt. I almost completely forgot about it, but she came out, she's like, bitch, I don't wait in line. So that was cool. Butch defeats Baron Corbin, which is fine. Butch is awesome. He's a phenomenal wrestler. I don't know what's going on with Baron Corbin. I'm like really afraid because I think he's great personally. I love engaging with him on Twitter. He's just a really nice guy. And I just hope he doesn't get the Zack Ryder treatment because it kind of feels like he has been for a while. And then he's been doing that thing in NXT, and I just really hope he doesn't go down there kind of like Apollo Crews did. Because there's some people that go down there that I don't feel need to go down there, but rather than just letting them go completely, I feel it's kind of like, well, it's either we let you go or we send you back down to the minor leagues. So again, the future of Baron Corbin, I don't know where it lies, but it'll be interesting to see how that turns out. So yeah, let me know about the whole belt thing. Like I said, I don't know what the heck is going on with that. That was the look on my face, actually, when I saw the new belt for the women's division, and when I saw that pretty, whatever this is, were missing the bottom half of their shirt. I don't know what happened there. Okay, so that's that, because these guys are from NXT. Io Sky defeats Shotzi. Now, this was cool. This I enjoyed. This was a good match. Okay? That's how you do it. That's why when you go from a match like that, okay, or some other people, and then you see, with all due respect, certain other superstars, you're like, oh, okay. That's what you meant. Exactly. This was good. This was great. Oh, yeah. Austin Theory defeats Jey Uso. Well, of course. I doubt they were going to do that. They're probably pushing Austin Theory to be sort of like a Gunther, where he holds on to the belt for a while, make him look really strong. Do you think he's going to be the next John Cena in the sense of like being the face of the company? I think if he turned face, he's doing a great job being a heel. I think it's natural to him, kind of like Randy Orton. He reminds me of a blend of Randy Orton and John Cena. And I really think that he can pull it off either way, sort of being kind of like the Randy Orton, the anti-hero, if that even makes any sense. But yeah, I enjoyed this. I was entertained. Like I said, this SmackDown was like, to me, the E was a capital E. And then we had Jimmy at the end accidentally kick Jay, and, you know, that whole thing. Yeah, it was right here. Sometimes you got to watch up here, like I said. Oh yeah, Grayson Waller. I saw some recaps of, because I've never seen him in action before. Until he came up to Raw, I didn't know who he was. Okay? Because I don't watch NXT. I barely have time to watch Raw, SmackDown, the premium live events. And then I watch a little bit of AEW and some of the other promotions a little bit here and there to kind of be you know, in that world and in NXT, it's like, well, no offense, I'm already watching 2 WWE programs. I can't watch a third one. So they did a recap on him for a minute. And I have to admit, from the moves, from what I saw, I was more impressed with his in-ring skills than I was him flapping his gums on the mic. I'm not saying I could do better. What I'm saying is, when are they going to stop having him do the Grayson Waller effect show and just throw this guy in the ring? Let me know. Maybe I don't understand. This was cool. Jay didn't say anything. Sammy gave a speech. Kevin Owens, that's right, when Pretty Deadly came out. I forgot, well, not forgot, it's in the highlights right here. Kevin Owens was freaking out. I've liked that whole thing lately where he's like, bitch, I didn't call your name and you're just coming out here. You're breaking the unspoken rule. Anyways, I thought that was cool, and like I said, just the whole body language and everything. There's a lot more, like I said, that goes on to these, in these scripts than people realize, I think, sometimes. It's like, this actually looks believable. It doesn't look like they're just narrating lines. Do you know what I mean? At least I think so. And even the whole, like, Jay segment here with Paul Heyman, I just really enjoyed it, like I said. I'm sure he's great, but I want to see him in the ring. Like an actual full match. That's what I want to see. And, yeah, there it is. I don't think I'm missing anything. I'm trying to remember now. I feel like it's been almost 3 days since I watched this. Yeah, so my biggest what is the belt. Why did she get a new belt? I think it's because they're unbranding. Excuse me. They're unbranding SmackDown Women's Champ, even though... Is that what they're doing? So they're unbranding SmackDown Women's Champ, Raw Women's Champ, sorry, to just Women's Champ. Like Roman Reigns is the World Heavyweight Universal Champion. All these different names. Roman Reigns is a Universal Champ, where Seth Rollins is the World Heavyweight Champ. I wonder if they're going to try and do that sort of same thing with the women's one. Like I said, let me know down below in the comment section what you think. And as always, if you liked the video, go ahead, give it a thumbs up. It does greatly help support the channel with the algorithm. Didn't like it, thumbs down. I'll bend it in half, twist it, and give you what I had yesterday, which is something I get and I suffer from a lot. I just don't like going all boo-hoo about me. But basically what happened, why I didn't record yesterday, and I've been a bit slow lately, is I get a lot of these migraine headaches. And even when my headaches aren't of a migraine caliber, what ends up happening is I still get the nauseated, groggy, dizzy, overall blah feeling, if that makes any sense, of a migraine, even if not all my headaches are necessarily a migraine. So I spent most of the day yesterday in bed with a headache that was really only like a 2 out of 10 in terms of pain. But the overall just feeling of shit was as if I had a full-on migraine. Might not make any sense, but that's what I get a lot of. I've been checked out. I've had tests. They can't find anything. They can never find anything. So, it is what it is. And I've been so busy, like I said lately, with Zelda, Diablo 4, you know, like all these big games coming out on my main channel. But I'm telling you, and I mean it, this is my first love. Always has been, always will be. No matter how poor the channel will do on a month-to-month basis. Because, I mean, obviously, I've only been at this a couple of months. And I'm only, I'm in my second month now, and I only got like 20,000 views for the whole month. Whereas my main channel gets about 250,000 views a month. But I've been working on that for 5 years. Right? Like I said, I still want to do a lot of SmackDown Raw coverage, premium live events, talk about video games, 2K23, AEW Fight Forever. This is not a WWE exclusive, you know, channel. It'll be more that way just because I feel like, no offense, there's more to talk about for me. Okay? But, yeah, and then just random stories like, oh, who are some of the best refs of all time? What do you think of the Iron Sheik passing away? What are some of your best memories of him? You know, just all that kind of stuff. I want to try to, as much as my health allows it, to push that a little bit more so that I can pump out at least a couple of videos a day. That's like my goal. I don't want to do 6 or 7 like I do on my main channel. That's a lot of work, and it's a lot of fluff that sometimes my subscribers don't care about. Right? My main problem is they subscribe to me for one reason, maybe for my updates on Call of Duty, but then I'm playing, Diablo. Not everybody that likes Call of Duty is going to like Diablo, and me playing American Truck Simulator with my wheel and then playing fucking golf and shit like that, right? So it's kind of like a Let's Play / game update review channel. And it's doing okay, like I said, but anyways, I just felt like I needed to vent there a little bit. But it's a lot of work and it stresses me out. I feel like I'm at it all day working for peanuts. But it's working. I'm getting the peanuts. The day I just get the shell, I know I'm fucked. Right? So I'm hoping, as I feel like my channel's going down the toilet, even though it's not, I'm hoping that this wrestling channel, does maybe half as good. Half as good. Just half. As my main channel. So that if my main channel starts to dip in revenue, a couple of $100 a month, just a few measly $100 a month if it were to dip, that this wrestling channel can pick it up. And I can make a few $100 from it. So, main channel, wrestling channel, I'm hoping it does kind of like this a little bit. So that it balances out that I'm making the same amount of money now every month, but maybe from 2 channels. It's kind of like a plan B, but I want this to be the main channel that I'm known for. And I've always wanted it to be that way. I should have done this 17 years ago when YouTube first launched or whatever. But I didn't. Shit happens. I'm here now. Better late than never, as they say. How long is this video? Sweet Jesus. Oh, it's still under 20 minutes. It's still under 20 minutes. I've made Raw Talk videos that were like 22 minutes long. This is still shorter than a South Park episode. I'm ahead of schedule. Let's keep going. No, I'm just kidding. I hope you're all doing well. Let me know down below in the comment section because I care and because it scratches the algorithm as to what are your thoughts on anything that have to do with wrestling. So if you liked the video, did I already say that? I think I did. Who cares? Let's just skip all that shit. If you want to subscribe, great. If not, trust me. I get it. There's a lot of other cool people out there. Take care. Thanks for stopping by anyways, and maybe I'll see some of you in the next one. Bye for now.